Good day and welcome to my video lectures about physics. In this video lecture, I will discuss about the static and kinetic friction. So let's start. In this video, we will focus on static friction and kinetic friction. Let's say we have a block rest above the carpet floor and you are trying to push the block. So you are applying a force to move it. Initially, when you are trying to push it, the box does not move, but eventually, when you continue to push it with more force, it will begin to slide, and once it begins sliding, you feel easier to move it. But once you stop it, it's gonna hard to push it again. Now what is the force that prevents the box from sliding? It is the static friction force. Once it begins to slide, the force that impedes the motion is the kinetic friction force. Static means not moving, while kinetic means something is in motion. So the friction force that opposes motion when the object is sliding against the carpet is called the kinetic friction. The friction force that prevents you from moving it when you first try to push it is called the static friction. The expression for static friction is Fs is equal or less than to μs times Fn. And the expression for kinetic friction is Fk is equal to μk times Fn. You will notice that static friction force Fs is represented by an inequality, which means that it is not just a fixed number. It can be a range of numbers up to a maximum point, while the kinetic friction force is not represented by inequality. Therefore, Fk represents a fixed number. To fully understand the concept about static and kinetic friction, let's make an example. Let's say the block weighs 5 kilograms. What is the normal force? And calculate the static and friction force. Now this block exerted a downward weight force which is equal to mg. Keep in mind that a normal force is a force that the surface exerted on the box, and it is perpendicular to the surface. So in this example, for a horizontal surface, the normal force is equal to mg, and this will be equal to 49 newtons. Now let's say we have the assumed values of the μs and μk, and these are μs is equal to 0.4 and μk is equal to 0.2. So calculating the kinetic friction force Fk and the static friction force Fs, we get Fk is equal to 9.8 newtons and Fs is less than or equal to 19.6 newtons. We have all the values of Fn, Fk, and Fs. So what does these values mean? Now I will make a table to illustrate what these values means. We have a table with applied force, static friction force, kinetic friction force, and net force. If the applied force is 0, the frictional and the net force is 0. This simply means that the person does not push the box. Let's say a person applied a force of 10 newtons. What is going to happen? Will the box begin to slide, and what are the values of static and kinetic friction force? Even though the kinetic friction is 9.8 newtons, this value only applies if the box is sliding. Now what is the static friction force? Will the box move? Notice that the applied force of 10 newtons is less than the maximum static friction force of 19.6 newtons. So the box will not move, which means that there is no kinetic friction force because the box is not moving. The kinetic friction force only exists if the box is sliding against the carpet. Now, what is the static friction force? As computed, the static friction force is 19.6 newtons, which is greater than the applied force of 10 newtons. If we put 19.6 newtons in the table, that will not correct. Because imagine if a person applies a force of 10 newtons and if static friction apply a force of 19.6 newton, it means that there is a net force of 9.6 towards left. So will this mean that the box is pushing back to the person? But that's not possible. So the static friction force cannot be 19.6 newtons. We can say that static friction force and the applied force are only equal in magnitude. So if you push with 10 newtons, it's going to push you back with 10 newtons also. So the box is still not move. You are trying to push it, but it does not move. So the net force is 0. Let's say if you try to push it with 18 newtons, then it is going to push back on you with 18 newtons also. That means your applied force is not enough to start moving it. So the kinetic friction and the net force is still 0. Let's say you apply a force of 21 newtons. Now the box begins to slide, and so there is no more static friction because the surfaces are sliding past each other. But there is kinetic friction which is always 9.8 newtons. Once the box begins to slide, it means that the net force is 21 minus 9.8, which will give you a net force of 11.2 newtons. So if you are going to increase again the applied forces, let's say 30 newtons, the static friction is 0, but there is kinetic friction of 9.8 newtons. So the net force is 30 minus 9.8, which will give you 20.2 newtons. Hoping that this example helps you to understand the difference between static friction and kinetic friction, and how to calculate it based on the applied force. Let's solve one example problem. A 20 kilograms box rests on a horizontal surface. Question A. What is the minimum horizontal force that is required to cause the box to begin to slide if the coefficient of static friction is 0.35? Question B. What is the acceleration if a person pushes a box with a force of 100 newtons if the coefficient of kinetic friction is 0.20? In the figure, the box is at rest. It is in the state of equilibrium. So it is not moving either in upward or downward or either right or left direction. If that is the case, Fn is equal to W and Fa is equal to Fs. Now the normal force is Fn is equal to mg, which is equal to 196 newtons. Having solved the normal force and we have a given value of the coefficient of static friction equal to 0.35, therefore we can solve the static friction force which is equal to 68.6 newtons. Since the box is not moving, so the applied force is also equal to 68.6 newtons. Can we already solve the question A? No, because what is required is the minimum horizontal force that is required to cause the box to begin to slide. At this moment, the box is not moving yet because the applied force and static friction force is equal in magnitude. We can call the value of 68.6 newtons as the threshold value. Now let's solve question part B. For question B, you will notice that the given applied force of 100 newtons is greater than the static friction force of 68.6 newtons. What does this mean? It means that the box is moving or sliding to the right direction and it will accelerate. We understand that whenever the object is moving, the kinetic friction force is present while the static friction force is zero. So the forces in the x direction are the applied force and kinetic friction force. Therefore, the summation of forces in the x direction are the summation of applied force and kinetic friction force. Now, according to Newton's second law, the net force is equal to max, which is also equal to Fa minus Fk. Therefore, the equation will become max is equal to Fa minus Fk, where Fk is equal to mu k times Fn. Substituting the value of Fk and Fn is equal to mg, then the equation will become max is equal to Fa minus mu k mg. Solving for the acceleration ax, we get 3.04 meter per square seconds. Thank you.